Watcheando movie.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
To Watcheando.
It sounds like we're starting a cult.
Come on, everybody, join in.
Everybody.
Welcome to what you guys aren't joining in.
Andy, clap.
Right.
There. That was my contribution.
Movies.
like,
yeah.
like Cookie Crisp.
Hello.
Watcheando movies. What?
Hello, Jasmine.
Hi, Hugo.
Hello, Andres.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
That's
our names, and we're here.
We're here. We're
so
queer.
Okay, all right. Do you want me to take that off?
No, keep that.
Oh yeah. So, Jasmine is being forced to do this. She used to like movies, and now she doesn't. And now we're just, trying to push her into liking movies again. She's give her something to do. She's not doing anything. She's not consuming content.
I
She's
wouldn't
not consuming
say
a lot of content.
I hate movies.
She consumes anime.
Yeah.
Like a loser.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I disagree.
And Andres
is also a loser.
She likes movies. Andres likes movies, and you're trying to improve yourself, right?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
100%.
He just wants to stay where he's at.
And I'm a film buff, and I'm here. Gotcha.
Well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Am I trying to improve myself? Not really.
Well, maybe.
I'm already the best I'll ever be.
With that being said, I chose today's movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jasmine,
Yes.
ask me what movie we're watching today.
Hugo, what movie are we watching?
We are watching Palm Springs.
Good day so far? Today, tomorrow, it's all the same.
You! What is going on? Hey, get out of the water!
Guess you followed me. It's one of those infinite time loop situations you might have heard about.
That I might have heard about.
Yeah. The second you fall asleep, it all just goes back to the start.
I drove all the way back home to Austin, and I still woke up here.
One time I smoked a bunch of crystal and made it all the way to Equatorial Guinea. It was a huge waste of time.
Well, then what's the point of living?
We kind of have no choice but to live.
No, I'm gonna get out of this.
Suit yourself. See you tomorrow.
So now what do we do?
You just have to embrace the fact that nothing matters.
Do you sleep with people in here?
Great question. I have, but it takes a lot of work. May I cut in? It's the first dance. And that's a deal breaker?
That didn't work? Let's waste some time.
Spoilers, of course. So Palm Springs is directed by Max Barbacoa. Barbecue, yeah, it sounds like and it's written by Andy Ciara. So these guys aren't famous. They're just fresh out of film school.
Nice.
They went to AFI. Do you know what that is?
No.
The American Film Institute. It is
that good?
It's amazing.
And
their
porno?
parents are rich as fuck, apparently.
Okay,
So, it's like you guys. It stars Andy Samberg, Kristen Milioti, and J.K. Simmons. By the way, I think this looks like Andy Samberg a little bit, no?
No.
100%. Especially when I was skinny.
Andy wishes he looked like Andy Samberg.
Yeah, I think
we're twins, dude.
I think Andy Samberg's a very handsome guy.
Same.
Yeah, and then I told my mom that, and then she's all like, "Why are you insulting Andres?"
What does that mean?
That means that you're very beautiful.
And Andy Samberg is ugly.
Yeah,
My
that's
mom
what.
thinks Andy Samberg
And we
is
believe
ugly.
the opposite. I'm just kidding.
I think you look like Andy Samberg.
I don't think so.
No,
I think they're
with the
both
hair and
handsome.
everything?
No.
Yeah. It premiered at the Sundance Film Festival January 26, 2020. It was bought by Neon and Hulu. Do you know who Neon is?
Who?
Neon. It's a film
Who
company.
they are? No.
Yeah, no.
No.
So they're pretty fresh. The first movie they made was released in 2017. It was a movie called Colossal, which I really liked. They also released I, Tonya and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they're new kids on the block. I like what they're doing. It was bought for $11.7 million. It beat the record for the highest sale at Sundance by 69 cents.
Nice.
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 69. That's good.
Yeah. It has a budget of $5 million. It was released on Hulu and select drive-in theaters on July 10th, 2020. It made $164,000 at those drive-in theaters so far, I think.
Dude, I want to go to a drive-in theater.
Yeah, I know we had one here, but now we don't.
Now we
There's
have
still-
a vineyard
You can
there.
still see the like projector
Yeah,
screen.
Sunset.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right. Is that what you're talking about, Andy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what we're gonna do, guys. Once this podcast kicks up.
we're gonna buy that
Yeah, and
then turn it into a drive-in theater because that's all we can watch now.
yeah.
Here's the wiki summary. Stuck in a time loop, two wedding guests develop a budding romance while living the same day over and over. It has a 93% Rotten Tomato score, 91% audience score. And I'm going to read one positive, one negative review. So here's the positive review. You guys ready for this? I need you to pay attention to this one because it's from Anthony Lane from The New Yorker. What a dazzling vision of the purgatorial desert of vast eternity, strewn with so-so canapes, stum-bla-bum speeches, and worse dancing. Sisyphus.
What?
You know, remember when we took that class? That creative writing class?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what it reminded
You
me
know,
of.
that's pretentious New Yorker writing right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what it means. He liked it though. He gave it a positive review.
He said something about dancing, right?
Yeah, the and
I
worse
got that
dancing.
much.
Yeah.
That's a good review?
That's a good review. Yeah,
Interesting.
so he gave it like a B or something like that.
Wow.
Here's the
Imagine what an A would get.
here's the Rafael Guzma
Mm-hmm.
from Newsday. A derivative, and this is the negative review. A derivative and desperate to be dark comedy. Kind of harsh. Yeah. So I chose this movie because I love the trailer for it. I think it's a great trailer. I watch it a lot. Anyway, did you guys have any expectations for this? I know Andres didn't know about it until I told him about it.
Yeah, those first like 5 seconds in the trailer, I thought this was gonna be a horror movie, and I was excited.
And then,
And
then
then
Cyndi
it
Lauper
was
started
very clear
singing,
it's
and I
not
was
a horror
like,
movie.
yes.
yeah.
I just heard time after time, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's the trailer says it's a romantic comedy, and I love romantic comedies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the genre I watch the most, probably.
Nice.
So and it looked very, very interesting. I love Andy Samberg, so that's why I chose it. Anyways, do you guys have any initial reactions you want to talk about?
You know, like, have you guys seen Groundhog Day?
No.
Nope.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Andy hasn't, but because like they're, I think in the trailer they're comparing it to like Groundhog Day or something. No. Oh, there's something
Yeah,
about Groundhog Day.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. So yeah, I liked it better than Groundhog Day, I think.
Wow. You liked it better than American Classic, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. And this, do you want to talk about your initial reaction?
I guess for the time Groundhog Day was filmed, I was like, yeah, that was fine. But I liked the
Sacrilege.
interpretation
Of this?
of the time travel loop. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Well, there's no science to it in Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
There's like physics.
Yeah, but even this one, it's not. Cause I feel like in Groundhog Day, the character was like, I don't know if I want to get into this later, but yeah, there's a few other differences too.
Yeah, go on.
So like in Groundhog Day, like the main kind of like purpose, right, was for him to become a better person, a more empathetic person. And this one, I don't necessarily think it was for them to like be better people. And I feel like for a lot like time loops or like going back in time, it's for the protagonist to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
And these people weren't necessarily bad people. They weren't good people, but they're just normal people. And it wasn't really, I don't know if it was about,
Well,
I think it was more about them accepting themselves. I don't know.
It was like, it was an accident that they got stuck in the time loop.
Yeah.
But we never find out how Andy Samberg got in the,
Yeah, we don't know how he found the cave or whatever. But yeah, I feel like it also didn't necessarily focus on like a redemption arc to say.
It's just like they get better, but that's just like an accident.
But they weren't bad people to begin with.
Yeah, but they get better accidentally too.
Yeah,
so.
it's not like that was the purpose. Like there was some mystical purpose for them. Okay, Andy, I'm sorry.
So I thought this movie was cute, but I'm not really surprised that these guys are like fresh out of film school.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Go in it more, man. Go in it more.
I didn't feel...
Roast him.
I don't want to say anything bad about them. I just didn't feel like this movie was anything too special compared to some of the other things we've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But but you liked it.
Yeah, it was cute enough.
I mean, you haven't seen the half of it, but I'd put it on that same kind of shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sort of like movies that you put on to
Like
feel
solid B
good.
movies, you know?
I wouldn't call them B movies.
A C movie?
I wouldn't call them that.
An A movie?
Yeah, I think they're not prestigious, but they're not B movies.
What's a B movie?
A B movie is like schlock horrors, like Evil Dead, kind of like. Do you know what I'm? Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to give more examples?
No.
No.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
So, like, would Hallmark stuff be like
No.
C movie?
Yeah, it's pretty low in there. Yeah.
I mean, they're not meant to be bigger than what they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like these are for, like they make the circuits at film festivals,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't win awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. I was expecting to love it, and I did. I loved
You
this movie.
loved
I
it?
loved it a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was really sweet, and like you said, it's cute, but also like I love the
You
characters.
love.
Yeah, I love the characters of it, and I think the performances are great as well. You know, Christina,
Miliano?
what's her name? Milioti. Kristen Milioti.
Mm.
She's
Is
great
that
in
Sarah?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sarah. Who was in How I Met Your Mother?
Yes. She's
Oh,
the mom.
yeah. I think she was really underserved
Yeah,
by
absolutely.
that show. So I'm happy that she has a role like this where she can shine, where it's like a complex character. You know, it's very nice to see that range from her. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know her from. I've never seen How
you've
You're.
never even seen Black Mirror, that one episode
Nope.
where she's from Star Trek.
I haven't
Interesting.
seen
Have you
Black
seen that episode?
Nope.
It's a great episode, man. It's great. It's the only one I've ever seen. It's great though. Yeah. Did we have a favorite scene?
No, I mean, we haven't talked about it yet. I don't know if you guys have a favorite scene you'd want to share.
Did you guys want to do that?
I like the little like dancing montage they did at the bar. They're just like, they just did it for shits and giggles, I guess. They're just like doing like an 80s dance and then
Oh,
like
yeah.
flipping them off and then just leaving, and everybody's like, what happened?
Yeah. Do you want to go? Do I go?
I liked when they were out and they had the cap thing, little
The
tent. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And they were by the fire and they were doing mushrooms, and then they see the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's new.
My God.
Do you see them too?
Are they real?
Who cares?
That was nice.
Yeah.
I like when they were like, "Are they real?" And they're like, "It doesn't really matter, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah. They're not real, though, right?
I mean, they were still there at the end.
Oh, what?
Yeah, at the end of the
Yeah,
movie, they were
okay.
they like show the blank desert, and there's still the dinosaurs walking around.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah. My favorite scene is like, was it like right after they have sex? Right after that scene.
When?
Yeah.
The dinosaurs. And then they like wake up and they're all feeling nice.
Yeah.
Both of them feel nice.
It's gonna be a beautiful wedding.
Hey, sorry, you should probably go, before somebody sees you.
And that's really sweet. And then it's like ruined because she like has
Yeah,
to wake up in that. She's cheating on.
that's when we
Yeah.
find out that she's sleeping with her.
No, it was after that.
That was that moment.
Yeah,
Was it? Oh shoot, you're right.
we
Yeah.
find out that she was
Yeah.
sleeping with her sister's
His
fiance,
yeah.
husband, whatever. The wedding's
The
that
future
day.
husband, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then like when Andy Samberg finds out, that's also really cool. 'cause
Yeah,
he,
I
like,
really love
doesn't-
that.
he
He's
doesn't
like
care.
freaking out.
Yeah.
It smells like
Yeah.
whatever the perfume's called. Yeah, that's great. I love
Yeah.
that. There was a lot of kind of over the top acting that was really fun. I really like when they were about to do it for the first time, and Andy gets shot with the arrow, and she's just like, "What the heck?"
yeah.
And she's just like freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that part.
real mood killer.
That was great.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that scene, he gets stabbed with a fork.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah. Let's just go down. Is there anything you guys specifically noticed? It can be film technical aspects of it, or it can be like more, like metaphorical or whatever stuff.
So this soundtrack, right?
Yes.
It's really cool.
Yeah. It's synth.
Yeah. So this soundtrack and the way Andy Samberg's character is dressed is very vaporwave aesthetic type thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that. That was great.
Yeah.
What?
Do you know what vaporwave is, Jonathan?
Of course not. I'm an old woman.
Do you want to explain it?
It's like neon lights, heavy synth music.
What's that though?
Synth
That-
music?
Synthetic music?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Like
Not.
synthesizer. You know what a synthesizer is?
Is it the colorful buttons?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Keep going.
was really big in 2016. I think that aesthetic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just really cool.
Yeah.
I
I
like that a
thought.
lot.
Yeah. I figured they were going more for like an 80s vibe.
Well, yeah, because they're playing "Time After Time"
Yeah.
by Cyndi Lauper, and
In
I'm
the
like,
trailer, there, right?
yeah,
Is it in the movie?
I don't think it is.
no,
Okay.
no,
No, but then they have
they lured me in with that song.
they have that one scene in the bar where you said it was like they're dressed like 80s.
Yeah,
What's that?
punk. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, because like you hear that in movies that are trying to evoke the 80s. I don't think this is trying to evoke the 80s.
I don't know
Entirely.
why'd they use that. I mean, I guess "Time After Time" because it's like time loop. So, well,
Yeah,
it's like a romantic comedy. So
yeah, but also that's just the trailer.
it's a lie.
Yeah, and like you hear synth music in more like horror movies, especially.
Yeah,
So very interesting that something that isn't that it uses it. It's a very nice effect, I think.
The special effects were okay. The explosion at what was it? When was there an explosion and
And
it was kind of
the
weird?
cake?
There was a cake.
Oh, no, was it the cake?
Oh, when the plane crashes
and
too.
yeah,
Oh, that was
Explosion there.
that was.
that was kind of bad. But other than that, everything else was pretty.
It is a cheap movie too.
I feel like this movie very much fits into what I expect a Hulu original to look like.
Versus
You
a
know,
Netflix
like that?
original.
No, like Netflix original too. Like I feel like this movie fits in more into a streaming service than in a theater. Not like that I'm
Right.
trying to shit on it. It was a fun movie,
Yeah.
but it just fits here more.
You wanna like why? What's
I
what
don't
happened
know,
with it?
just like the look of it, like we said, that explosion looks kind of bad, and things just don't stick out to me in this movie. It feels kind of like mediocre, kind of average looking.
Yeah, like it's just shot.
Yeah, it's
Cause-
just
yeah.
shot. It's not like things
It's
are
supposed to be
super
dynamic.
purposeful.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, kind of like, I mean, I guess like they tried a little bit like in that initial, the first day she woke up or whatever, and it was kind of like following them through the pool or whatever, trying to make it more dynamic, I guess.
Mhm.
But then when they're talking in like the taco truck, and it's just very like static.
Yeah, it's like a
camera movement.
sitcom almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this is produced by The Lonely Island, which I was really surprised by that. I didn't know they produced movies. So I think that's probably has something to do with it, with the just trying to give it like a comedy vibe instead of like an artsy sort of
Yeah.
feel to it.
Oh.
All right, let's talk about the writing then.
Andy, you said, was that more directing? Yeah,
What did I say?
because you said about how you could tell that this was their first time directing or something.
Yeah, that they're fresh out of film school.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do writing then. I liked the story overall. Thought it was weaved in pretty well together. I did like the fact that they added that like quantum physics component to it, like making it like this isn't something mystical. It's like something scientific,
Mm-hmm.
and we can use that scientific knowledge to break the loop.
Yeah. So although I've never seen Groundhog Day, the whole time while watching it, I was thinking like, oh, this is just Groundhog Day retold in a different way, and that little aspect with quantum physics, I feel like, is what makes this one its own movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also like it starts off.
Oh, and then also because I'm gonna interrupt you,
Yeah.
but like because obviously Andy Samberg had already been in the time loop, right? So it's establishing that there's somebody else, not just one, but there's a few people, right, who've been affected.
Yeah, and
At least
J.K.
3.
Simmons, there's 3 people.
Well, I guess technically, is Grandma considered? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like that's left open. That
Yeah.
yeah, she's played by June Squibb, by the way, famous actress. She was in Nebraska. That's all I've ever seen her in. Anyways, yeah, that's suggestive, though, right?
Yeah.
Were you gonna say something?
no.
What about you? Is that what you're gonna say?
Oh, I read this interview. So at first, they wrote a movie that wasn't. It was just a comedy in a wedding, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they were introducing the time loop thing,
Yeah.
they wanted this to distance themselves from Groundhog Day, so that's why they started with Andy Samberg already having been in it
Yeah.
for like a few years or something. And so they wanted it to feel like it was a sequel to a movie that didn't exist.
Interesting.
I guess there's aspects to that because like he references a lot of stuff that he's done that we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but he also never references how he found.
What do you think that is?
Too difficult to explain, I guess.
Probably. It doesn't matter.
Like, how are we gonna weave it in?
They could have had it when they were having that conversation in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about how he doesn't care about the past.
Yeah.
You know, and then she just starts talking about her past.
Or maybe he doesn't remember. Maybe he's just
Stuck in it.
drinking or
Yeah.
something. And
He remembers he has a dog, though.
right, he doesn't remember what he does for a living.
Yeah. Is he? I don't think he's supposed to be like completely honest. Well, he's always
Yeah,
not
well,
honest.
he's a liar. So maybe he like just didn't want to let her know what he does for a living because maybe he's a loser or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's worked at I don't know.
Walmart.
Starbucks.
Walmart. That you worked at Walmart. Is that what you're
Bunch of
saying?
losers work there.
What were you saying? Oh, he's lying.
Yeah. Maybe he's just lying about it.
Yeah, and I think he also never mentions. It's like he never really talks about himself because obviously, like, what's her name? She's the main character. Sarah's the main character.
Yeah, Sarah.
Yeah, so I thought it was well written in terms of like, it's not really about the story. It's about like the characters' interactions with each
Yeah,
other.
and that is great. I did like seeing Miles and Sarah interact with each other.
His
They
name
were awesome.
Miles or Niles?
Niles, my bad. Yeah.
Okay, because I wasn't like I would hear them say his names, and I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, like that sort of concept of let's waste some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
we're
that was
seeing.
good.
Yeah.
I also liked Roy. I feel like he added some nice spice to it. It could have just been this story about these two guys falling in love in this time loop.
Mhm.
But Roy was a little fun addition to it too.
It was like something kind of like a perceived sense of danger or
Mhm.
something, but not really.
Give it some stakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Mm.
other than that, there really weren't any stakes, right? Other
Mhm.
than
Being stuck.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And then he like eventually just stops when he gets murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
So, have you guys seen Gravity Falls?
No.
Yes.
So you know that one episode where there's like a time traveling guy. I don't remember why he's there, and he tries to do some stuff. I don't know, but he's like there to like prevent things from affecting the future. I don't know what. So initially, I thought that's what Roy was, like somebody from the future that needed to hunt Niles because he needed to be dead or needed. I don't know. I wasn't sure. That's what I thought his role in the movie.
That's what I
was
thought it
gonna
was gonna be too.
Yeah.
But it's just the guy who got mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's not much else to his character other than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
I guess he's a cop, right?
he's not a cop.
He is, right?
I thought he was just pretending to be a cop.
I thought he was a cop. I
No
don't know.
idea.
I think that's explained.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought he was.
He's there to serve as Andy Samberg, going like, a real life is nice. A real life would be nice.
And Andy
his-
Samberg's like, I don't care about anything.
Yeah.
So acting, I guess.
acting. Yeah.
Um.
Oh, by the way, there's There's a girl in Riverdale from Riverdale. Yeah. Do you watch Riverdale? Anyone? You guys
Oh,
know?
was she the one
No.
who plays Veronica or Betty or something?
I don't know, but she's the bride.
Yeah, I
Mm.
think she's one of the either Veronica or Betty. I don't know
Yeah.
who's who though.
She plays a high schooler, and then she's a married woman.
I mean,
She's
aren't
26
they
in real
all?
life. Though.
Yeah, well, that's
She looks
I was
pretty
gonna,
young.
I was gonna say something about being an old woman, but she's my age. So.
Yeah. I
Interesting.
thought she did great. I thought. Oh, I just reminded myself the scene.
Okay.
What are you
yeah.
gonna say?
No, okay. You talk about your.
So there was
scene.
there was a scene where like she's running in the pool
Uh-huh.
and then she slips and just
Yeah.
boom, like it hits her face. And that, by the way, that hurt to watch for me. And then you see her face and it's just completely open and then she's like crying. That was great, man. She did a great job. I can't wait to see her in more stuff, even with the small little role that she had.
So, speaking of her scenes, you know when what's her name, Sarah? She's like, "Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to just do like a big, kind gesture, and that'll be it. I'll be free."
Yeah.
So then she whispers something to her sister.
Yeah, that was the cheating.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's
I
right?
wasn't sure.
Yeah. Like we don't know. And then like the revelation when he comes into the room, that's like, oh, that's what he told her.
Okay.
Would you tell your sister?
I don't have a sister.
Like if you had a sister
What would I tell my brother? Just kidding.
that you slept with his wife?
No.
No, you wouldn't tell him?
No.
Interesting.
I mean, at the end, she doesn't either. So.
I know, right? That's really weird. Like, she went through this growth, and then like she decides to just keep that a secret.
Yeah.
I guess that would be better.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
If you sleep with your brother's significant other,
I wouldn't sleep with my brother's significant
if
other.
you had, I wouldn't either. Oh, I didn't specify that. I wouldn't either.
If it happened, I would absolutely let him. Especially if they're about to get married. I would tell him before the marriage. He has every right to know. To like, yeah, she's unfaithful.
yeah,
Don't marry her.
What if? Okay.
this guy feels bad though. You know, when he tells her this was a mistake. He
That
starts
doesn't
crying.
make him an
He's
okay
like, "Oh my
person.
God."
Like, why would
Just
you?
because he regretted it afterwards doesn't mean he's
Why
a good
want?
person.
Why would you want your sister to end up with a person like that? Especially if apparently her sister's like a nice person, right? Like a
Like
self-
she's like
that's
this
like a selfless.
amazing
Yeah.
person that's never mean.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice of direction.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Like the happy ending should have included that revelation as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just took a page from Niall's book of not caring.
Well,
She decided not to care about this for some dumb reason.
I think maybe it's like, like when she's like, it's a selfless act. It didn't really feel like a selfless act. It felt like she was more helping herself
Yeah.
than helping her sister, because her sister, it was like in the middle of the ceremony too.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe like the selfless thing is to keep it a secret and keep that burden on yourself.
Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cheating's bad. Never cheat, guys.
What were we talking? Was we still talking
Acting.
about
We were
acting?
Acting.
about
Yeah.
acting.
What's her name? I gotta.
Why was
remember
there
her name.
someone from Australia, New Zealand?
What?
They just picked that actor for
Well,
just because
What are you talking about?
the guy who was Misty was Andy
Oh.
Samberg's whatever.
I think he's British.
Really, I thought he was
I
Australian.
think he's in
or-
Crazy Rich Asians.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Have you never seen Crazy
Well,
Rich?
anyway, sorry, I got off track. Acting, good, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, Christina. God damn it, Kristen Milioti.
Christine.
I think does a great job in this, right?
Yeah, I love her.
Stand up.
She looks very sad all the time.
No,
That's
she
just her
doesn't.
face.
No, I mean her character was always kind of like sad, right?
I mean, not really. There was moments where she was having fun.
But like overall, there was like a sadness or like a. Did you guys get that vibe?
No, I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
Like
really just her face.
uncomfortableness.
I feel like she has that same look in How I Met Your Mother. I think that's just her
I've
face.
Yeah.
never seen her in How to
I
I
think-
Met Your Mother.
I
She just
think
has-
that's just her
I mean,
face.
Like a
'cause, like,
natural pout, right?
Yeah,
she has this like she feels like the black sheep of her family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, so initially I thought that was why she was like, I don't want to be at this wedding. It's like I'm not the perfect daughter, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But it's because of that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, like, I guess you could say that for the first day that she's drinking a lot and she seems uncomfortable even though she's like putting on a smile.
Mhm.
Like that would be that. But I think for like the rest, she seems happy. Like when she's flying the plane, or when she's like, when she gets run over, or
Yeah.
Andy Samberg.
Andy
Let's just
Samberg.
pick actors. Good job
Good job, Andy.
I love Andy.
Yeah.
He's great.
from a fellow Andy. Andy
Wow.
approved.
Yeah, I think he's good in it. I think. How do I put this? He kind of plays the same character for a lot of.
Yeah.
For everything, right? Didn't
Yeah.
the
He's
man-child?
just playing himself,
Yeah.
right?
he? I feel
I feel like
he
he's
is,
just
right?
playing himself.
And that's not bad.
Yeah,
It's not
because
a
he
bad
does it
thing.
really well.
He does it very well,
He's,
and
he himself is a great character, so it's great to see him do things.
yeah, and he obviously picked a good script in order to
Yeah.
shine in that sort of type of role. Even though like it's not completely a man-child. Like there's some
Well, I guess at that point he's just like fed up, right?
with life.
Yeah, it's like worse than being immortal. Because it's not like
You can't move on.
Yeah,
He's probably been in it for
10 years. I hear you.
more than that.
50 years?
More than that. I think he's been there for like hundreds and hundreds of years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I got like maybe 20.
That's like the vibe. 20.
Yeah.
Do you forget what you did 20 years ago? Like, okay, you were 6 20 years ago. But like in 10 years, will you forget?
I
what
mean, if
happened 20 years ago?
everything becomes monotonous after a while, right? So there's like, you just start keeping track of how many days you've been there. And you're just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Well, I guess I wouldn't necessarily forget I did. Okay. Sounds fair. No.
But then that just comes back to the thing of, is he actually forgetting anything?
Or is he just lying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty good that he's able to like hide that we don't know when he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And it's like Willy Wonka. Yeah, and J.K. Simmons is there.
Yeah.
He does
great.
his thing. The little man, the angry person that he's known for.
Yeah.
That's what he
Great
won.
voice.
What he won his Oscar for.
Yeah. Isn't he that guy from Spider-Man too?
Yeah, it's J.K. Simmons. So he
What is
yells.
he? What's that? I don't know the character's name, but yeah. The angry, yelly guy.
I feel like I felt this. I feel like I said his name, but I think I just said J.K. Simmons. What's his name? What's his name?
You know, yeah.
J.
No,
Jonah J. Jonah Jameson.
the
that's it.
writer or the
No, that's
the newspaper guy?
newspaper guy.
yeah, I don't know.
J. Jonah Jameson. I think
J.
that's the
Jonah
name.
Jameson. Cool. Good to know. Now
Neat.
you know.
Neat.
Then we talked about Christine, right?
Yeah, we already talked about her.
That's it.
That's it. That's all the
Yeah.
actors here.
And that goat, man. What a
That
The
great
goat was
performer.
great. I love the goat.
Yeah,
He died? What happened to him?
yeah. He
Made it through.
He left.
Yeah, he made
Wait,
it through the
that-
next day.
Oh, yes. Good point. Great point.
What?
I don't know, but I think we're on
If
the
the
same
goat
wavelength.
made it through, why is Andy still there?
Yeah, if the
after he
goat
made it
isn't
through?
there,
Yeah.
like they made a copy of Andy.
That's the issue with these quantum physics timeline stuff, dude.
Yeah, let's
They
not
don't
think
make
about
You
it.
know what?
Let's not think about it.
They should have.
There's no
He
point.
just could not find him. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, interesting. But that's not where I was going. Where I
Oh,
was
where are you
going was
going?
like, is everyone there then stuck? And if only you've gone through the crack in the cave that you gain this awareness. Like maybe everybody is stuck, but they're unknowingly stuck, and everybody like Andy, Christine, J.K. They're the only ones who know they're stuck. And they're the only ones who can, or no, I don't know. 'Cause
I think according to this movie, the way it works is there's different timelines,
Mm,
and we're seeing this timeline where these people are stuck, and they're trying to get out of that timeline.
And
So
back into
like
theirs.
for everyone else, they're not stuck in this timeline, and these people are just stuck
Okay.
here, and like these. I don't
so
know how you.
maybe it works at the goat, because let's say the goat didn't pass through it initially, right?
Right.
Yeah,
So then he can disappear. But let's say since Andy
he
and
did pass initially though. Like she took him into the cave.
dang, my theory's not really off. Okay, I don't know then.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree. Let's not think about it.
Yeah, I feel
We
like
just broke the movie.
yeah. Let's not. Yeah, I don't think we have to, and that's not what the movie is for.
Yeah.
Like it's not for the
it's
science.
not.
Like the science that she learns, it's like she says a sentence right to a guy like she's talking.
Yeah,
on a video
it's
chat,
implied that
and
she's a.
she's a genius or something. I'm 90%
How long was she
sure.
gone? It seems like it was a
Years.
week.
It seems like it was probably 4 years though.
Oh, well, that makes sense then.
Like for college, right?
Yeah.
Like for college, at least, right?
That was just a few weeks.
But like, she says stuff, and I'm 90% sure it's nonsense with a few words sprinkled in. That's it. Like, I'm not a scientist.
Maybe that's what quantum physics is, dude. You don't know.
Just nonsense. Yeah, but that's not. This is a romantic comedy. It's about the relationship. We don't have to. What?
What Sonic did you go to? How come you have a styrofoam cup? I got a plastic cup.
Oh, I don't know. Depends.
I'm sorry, off topic.
Good question, though. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's better insulated,
What
but
are
it's
they
worse
saying?
for the environment.
What are they saying?
It's not about the science.
It's not about
the
science.
It's
It doesn't
about
matter.
the
It's about
relationship.
love.
Yeah. We don't have to review this like a film YouTuber. We don't have
Breaking
to-
everything down.
Yeah,
We're
Why
not
this is
smart
bad
enough
with all those
anyways.
plot holes.
Actually, an earthquake wouldn't actually form a cave.
You sound like Trump.
Ding. Yeah. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Stop doing that with every movie, please. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a good movie. I think it's very sincere too.
What is it about? Love? Like, is that it?
It's about love. It's about life. It's about regrets. It's about
I don't regret anything.
I think it's very obviously written by like 25-some-year-olds.
Yeah.
Who don't understand life?
No. It's just like that when at that age you're like with these thoughts of like
What's the meaning of life?
Yeah.
Life is meaningless?
yeah stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah, and like there is no God.
I like that line.
Yeah,
That was the funny part.
Yeah. How do you feel about that line, Jasmine? Was it sacrilegious to you?
I don't know. It's a movie about quantum physics in a time loop, so
So, it's not scientifically accurate.
it doesn't matter. I don't.
You don't go like.
My panties don't get
Just-
on a twist
Damn.
for comments like that.
We already talked cinematography. Editing was fine. I feel like. Yeah, we talked about how it looked kind of bland.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wish they did more, honestly, with the cinematography, especially with the score that they have. I feel like
Score?
if like they had super bright colors and like more contrast.
If they went
If
for
they
that
went with that
aesthetic.
whole vaporwave aesthetic,
Yeah.
bunch of neon lights,
Honestly,
it would have been great.
That would like the poster. Have you seen the poster for this?
Yeah.
It
yeah.
looks so cool. And if
Andy
they
wants
like,
that
They
poster in his
should've.
room.
yeah,
Man.
if they matched that, that would have been this movie would have been. Like,
They're on a budget, Ugo.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's fair.
So was Moonlight. All right.
You know what?
Hey.
You're right. You're right.
No offense to the cinematographer. I'm sure it's not the cinematographer's fault. I'm sure it's.
It is what it is. You
Director's
know, it's a
also.
type of movie where you don't go in for cinematography. You go in for the feels, I suppose.
Yeah, but I feel like it would have
Added to the feels.
added to it. Yeah, a lot. Like to
Made
the
it more
tone
like
and-
dreamlike. And like,
Yeah.
wow,
Oh, man.
surreal.
Wouldn't that be
wow.
so cool?
Honestly, yeah, that would have fit this movie really well.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been more of a classic.
I feel
Yeah,
like
they
if
put
it
it
was something like that, then it'd be like, yeah, I'd totally go see this in an actual theater.
Yeah.
But you're like, yeah, this is worth my Hulu subscription.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been upset if I watched this in the theater, but I would have been like, I could have totally waited for that
Yeah.
to watch it at home.
Yeah. Yeah, with missed opportunity. Yeah, editing. I feel like there wasn't much there
No.
to talk about. It's good. It's solid. Editing. It's like a TV show. Like it's filmed
Yeah.
like a TV show. So
Yeah.
it's edited like a TV show. It's yeah. And then directing we talked about a little bit, but you guys wanna.
Ooh,
Roast him a little bit
Andy.
more.
I don't know. I don't know what Andy saw. Maybe if he enlightens me, I'll be like, yeah.
What?
I don't know what you said. Like,
That it felt like these guys were out of straight out of film.
like is this their first feature film then?
Yeah.
I don't have anything bad to necessarily say, but I don't have any praise to give him either. It just felt pretty like normal,
Minimum?
average. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It didn't feel bad though. I don't think it was bad. It just didn't.
It feels like a really good first attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
It's really good. And these comments
A
are
for
not,
effort.
are not going to fit with the score that I'm going to give it. Of it being like average. But
I would honestly be very interested to see what these guys do in the future. Like,
Yeah.
I did enjoy it, and I just feel like I can kind of tell this was a first time thing. Like
Yeah.
them straight
You
out
think
of
they played
school.
it too safe? Is what I'm hearing. I hear you. I don't
You
know.
know, I don't know if it's that they played it safe, because it does kind of feel like
Like they
A little
hit all the
safe,
right
yeah.
notes.
But I
But
don't
there
know
was
if that was the issue. I don't know if they were playing safe or they were just
I think their vision wasn't completely
yeah.
there. I think they
Mm.
probably.
I feel like they weren't shooting high enough themselves.
Yeah, like their vision. Like when we looked at like movies by auteurs, like when we looked at Moonlight and Lady Bird, like those movies like clearly had like a strong vision, where
Okay, yeah. Okay, I
Yeah.
see that.
yeah. Okay. We
Wait,
already
wait.
What?
What were you about to say?
What would you change? Negative.
Ah, all right. Before we say that, I just want to say the beginning of this movie gave me a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, same.
Why?
I think
Starts
the
very
idea.
Oh,
What?
I had to close my door. I thought that's how this was going.
No, I think the idea of reliving the same day over and over just sounds like a nightmare.
Sounds great.
Really? Like,
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about
You don't have to
bills.
worry about a lot.
You don't
Oh,
have to
no,
worry
dude.
about dying
I
necessarily.
rather worry about those things. I think than
Then be
reliving the
stuck-
same thing over and over and never changing. I
Yeah.
feel like that sounds like an absolute.
Well, I mean, you
nightmare.
can take a lot of advantage, right? Like you can gain a lot of skills and knowledge if you decide to.
And
Or
then-
you
Yeah,
can
but
just,
they're not gonna
Yeah.
matter because you're just gonna be stuck in the same day forever.
I
What are you
mean-
gonna do with these skills?
That's a
don't
good
know.
point.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like you can send a letter.
Why does he have sex with his girlfriend if he can't finish?
Yeah, seems very. I don't know.
It
I'm
seems
not a
like
guy.
very like out of, you know.
So he can't finish because he already knows about the cheating, right?
I
And
think
it's in
it,
his head.
maybe, but I thought it was more like he says about the age thing, like maybe he has sex with Sarah though. I was gonna say like he's super old, you know, like it just happens.
Ah, he said he had sex with multiple people. Maybe he like was still trying, just for the heck of it. I don't think he.
Well, he says he's had sex with Sarah thousands
Yeah.
of times, so that probably means that he just always liked Sarah more anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the only one, and that's obvious. I feel like when we first see them interact, it's pretty obvious that like he's done this before,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, with the
Yeah.
whole the smell, is like everything is
yeah.
very, yeah. Good detail, by the way. Good detail. Yeah.
What
that
would you
every-
change?
yeah. What would you change? Negatives?
Like I said, just throw in some neon lights.
Please made it. If it looked better, honestly, that would have been so cool. I would have bought this on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Better you, Jasmine? What would you change?
I don't know.
Everything.
I don't know. Not much, I guess. It's an okay movie. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm not. It's not making me upset enough to be like, this has to change.
Right. So what score would you give it out of 10? Let's do out of 10 now because
Oh
I feel
man,
like
I was ready.
you were ready.
I even did the math.
Yeah, that's why I was like, every time it's like,
You
what's
gotta
this
do
out of
math.
10 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I even did the math.
What's your score out of 5? Then,
Oh no, let's do 10.
Jasmine? Go on.
Oh, I don't know. I was first. 7.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, and this
Yeah, probably a 7.
7. I'm gonna give it a 9
Wow.
because I enjoyed it a lot, and it would have been a 10 if it looked a lot better. Honestly, yeah. Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's good. It felt like a short conversation, but it's like 45 minutes,
Yeah.
which isn't really that short. Thanks for sticking
What, this
around.
podcast?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. So yeah. Thanks for listening for
Yeah.
this. But next week, I don't know what we're gonna watch. I've been thinking like, instead of like choosing it in advance, I'm just gonna pick something on Friday, and it's gonna be something on the trending page on Netflix, or on Amazon, or on Hulu.
So we're gonna watch 365 days.
Oh my god, I'm okay.
No. I don't think that's trending anymore.
Love.
But yeah, but like whatever's trending on Friday, I'll let you guys know on Friday morning what we're gonna watch, and then hopefully
Sounds
you guys
good.
can watch it.
So you're telling me from now on, I'm only gonna have one day to watch movies?
I think so.
That's alright. I've always been watching them.
Yeah.
I watched this one today.
Really?
I either watch them the night before or the morning before.
Yeah, I watched it
this,
tonight.
this will have much of an
When-
impact on me.
When we first started, I would watch it a few days in advance,
And then you forgot everything.
and I would forget everything. I don't know what happened. After I graduated, it just like my brain just got fried. Honestly.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. You can follow me at Gen Z Cool.
You can follow me at Andy_030.
You can follow me, Señorita Jasmine, if you'd like.
Are you gonna start
Twitter or
tweeting?
Instagram? No, I don't know how to use Twitter.
You just tweet
What?
whatever you
Anything.
want.
Literally what you're thinking.
Yeah.
That sounds dangerous.
Okay. All right. Well,
Not cheating.
thanks for listening.
Good night. I love you.
I got nowhere to go.